So I'm here with Alan Walker.
Hello.
First of all, I want to talk a bit about the videos. Once I started watching them, they reminded me a lot of Inception, the movie. Completely,
Yeah.
It was amazing.
First of all, like we had always had the songs before we decided what to happen in the videos, but with Faded, like we kind of like looked for things that could symbolize the song because it was really emotional. But like I don't know if you've heard the original Fade, and that one was more like melancholic, was more happy. Like, but as soon as we had added the piano in the very beginning and the vocals, it made like the song so much more emotional. And then we got a music video where it's pretty much a person that's looking for something, and then it ends with like finding the house in ruins.
Yes.
And then you continue on with "Sing Me to Sleep," where it's
you go to
like,
another place.
Yeah.
Like China or Japan.
Yeah, it was in Hong Kong, and down with "Alone," where it was pretty much everywhere. And
I saw a bit of London.
Yeah.
I think Berlin. Like
Berlin, Paris.
Yeah.
We have Bergen, Norway, some other places in Norway. The list just goes on, and it's crazy because we have so many people attending, like the not really auditioning, but like
the casting of who's going to be, like, the people wearing masks and stuff.
So we just had a massive amount of people collaborating to create that music video, and then we follow up with Tired, and that one was really cool because that's where the new trilogy starts, and in that one you can see like they're like kind of like burying kind of like time capsules, and it all falls down. They find them, and then they start playing around with what they find inside and everything, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And now it's gonna follow up, and we continue on the storyline.
And do you get like really involved in the videos, or you like really a part of, like it's like, okay, I like this?
It's really varying because sometimes I'm really a part of it, but sometimes I just read the treatments because sometimes we kind of like go together, like a lot of people kind of like write down many ideas on how we should put out like the music video and what could possibly be the concept. And also we have a company that's dedicated to kind of like directing movies or music videos, and they've done a fantastic job on the latest two ones as we've been working with them.
Because it is like a movie. Like when you watch the videos, they are very
filmatic.
Very. It's like a movie. It's like I'm watching like Inception, but in like 4 minutes. Like,
yeah, it's a unity, and that anyone could be a walker, and we kind of like gather like all the walkers on top of a mountain, where we just have everyone to put off the masks. That's kind of like a combination of, for example, the anonymous mask, because like we don't really have any resemblance to that. But my mask and hoodie is to symbolize unity, and that anyone could be a walker, and no matter who you are, what you do, what you've done. I think it's pretty great to put out there because it's so unique and yet so simple.
I actually like discovered you through a kid that I know that's like 10 years old, and she was like obsessed with it. She was like, you need to listen to this, so she put it on and we actually sang it together, so I know like a lot of the words are Faded. Yeah, we can actually do like a jam here. I can be the new Ilse, what's her name, Ilse? Islen. I can be the Ilse Islen in Mexico.
It's kind of like a common Norwegian name.
I was gonna ask you, how did you meet?
I met her through a guy in the studio when we were Faded. He was like, I know this girl that sounds kind of like Ellie Goulding, and we were like, yeah, why not try her? And she absolutely killed the vocals.
Remind me how it feels to hear your voice.
What kind of music did you listen to whilst you were growing up? Like who were your artists that you were into?
I was really into, for example, techno, hands up, like kind of like more computer-ish gaming music. Not necessarily the coolest type of music, but I found it really like, I don't know, uplifting and fun to listen to because it was so energetic and the melodies were so, I don't know, melodic.
And when you were a kid, did you imagine to actually like make this, I don't know, like your life?
I started music for fun. I've discovered it through YouTube and learned how to do it through YouTube, and it was all unintentionally of making or getting success. It was crazy.
And when you write music, like do you compose first, like do like the beats and stuff and whatever, and then add lyrics to it? Or do you have like an idea in your head, like, oh, I want this to be about, I don't know how I feel about life, about being alone or not being alone, or...
We do the music first. For example, Alone, we wrote the whole song actually in the studio the same day. We were in the studio with a vocalist and my co-producer, and yeah, like we started with a basic for pretty much the kind of like 4 chord progression, which is the standard for pretty much every song. And yeah, we started with that, and then Nuni Bao started writing the lyrics because she had this idea, but we didn't have the lyrics. And then the songwriter started working on it, and meanwhile I was working on the whole, like, I don't know, track around.
Okay.
And so they came back with lyrics, and then we kind of like got more like a structure of this whole song, and then Alone came about.
And what would you say is like one of your like preciousest, like the most precious song that you've done?
I would say Alone, actually, because it's so powerful and saying like you're not alone, and I think it's so well, it's powerful to put out there, and people also can kind of like say, go around and say like, I know that I'm not alone. I think it also would be kind of like a heads up for people, so if they feel like they're alone, then you're not.
That's exactly why, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm so like into music, because there are times I think when it's been like hard or you don't know what's going on, and you do feel like alone in a way because your family doesn't understand you, or your friends don't understand what's going on, or you feel like strange at school, or I don't know, like the world and society. And I think that, well, for me it was like, I don't know, like listening to a song or listening to a band that made me feel like, no, I'm not the only one that's feeling this. Like I do, and I know that maybe I don't know that person, but it's amazing to feel like you're really not alone. And I feel like you say it like really honestly, like from the heart. And I think it's amazing because like you're young, and it's amazing to tell like also like adults and young people like, hey, I'm young and I'm doing this, and like you can do it too, and like you're not alone, and we all feel stuff, like, and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate what you've done, and I wish you the best.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you very much. So this is Anna Walker.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And I'm NicTheBrit.